Question 13 says factorise x squared minus 5x minus 24. Now the way we've been thinking about that was a game that is requiring us to have two numbers that multiply to be in this last number here, this minus 24, and they must add to this middle number here, this minus 5. Now the fact I've got minuses, I'm going to write out my table to help me. So when I'm multiplying, a plus times a plus is a plus times a minus is a minus times a plus is a minus, and a minus times by a minus is a plus. So if I'm timesing two numbers together and it gives a negative answer, the only way I can get that was when I had a negative and a positive answer either way around. So what I'm going to do is write down plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. It's going to take me a while to get this. I'm not going to get it first off. So 24, two numbers, 12 and 2. 12 add 12 take away 2 is equal to 10. Now that's not minus 5, so it's not that one. What about 6 and 4? 6 take away 4 is 2, so it's not that one. What about 8 and 3? 8 take away 3 is 5. Now it's not that one, but the fact it's 5 tells you all I need to do is switch around these two numbers here. So plus 3 take away 8 is minus 5. That's my combination. Okay? So what I do now is I say x bracket and x bracket, and I put an equals 0 just as it said equals 0 there. And then plus 3 goes in one of the brackets, minus 8 goes in the other brackets. Okay? Now this is saying this number times by this number is equal to 0. So then solve that equal to 0. So all I have to do is make this bracket 0. So what number can I put in this bracket to make the bracket equal 0? And the answer is always the opposite sign as to whatever you've got here. So x would equal minus 3. For instance, minus 3 add 3 would be 0. Then it doesn't matter what this number here is. 0 times anything will always be 0. Or we could have made this bracket 0. So what is the opposite to minus 8? X equals plus 8. 8 take away 8 is 0. Doesn't matter what this question or what this bracket is. It would actually be 11. 11 times 0 is still 0. Okay? And final question. It says solve the following quadratic equation, giving your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Now, as soon as you're seeing that, you should be thinking of going to find the quadratic formula from the second page, okay? So that states that minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a will be the formula that we need to use, okay? We need to go and work out what a is, what b is, and what c is. So looking at here, a is always the first number, so 5. B is always the middle number, so plus 2 or just 2. And C is always the last number, minus 9. It's very important you include those signs there. The next thing you do is you change every letter to an open bracket. If you do this, you cannot go wrong. Once we're going to add it, and once we're going to take it away. That's what that plus minus means there. So we get brackets squared minus 4 brackets brackets all over 2 brackets. Okay? So the first letter was B, so 2 is going in that bracket. Then it's B again, so 2 is going in that bracket again. Then it was A, so 5 goes in that one. And then C was minus 9, so minus 9 goes in that one. And then it was over 2A, so it's 2, 5. If your calculator gives you the answer syntax error or math error or something like that, you've probably missed a minus sign somewhere. Okay then, so press the fraction button first. So I'll try and hopefully let you see what I'm doing. Fraction button first, and it was minus brackets 2 close brackets, and I'm going to add first square root, and then brackets 2 squares minus 4 brackets 5 close brackets open new brackets minus 9 all over 2 5. Press equals, press SD to get it into a decimal, and when I added, so I like to put an add sign there, x is equal to 1.16 to 2 decimal places. Okay? So now I need to do exactly the same thing, but instead of adding it there, I need to take it away. Now I'm not going to write out the whole thing in my calculator again. I'm going to use the replay button, and if I press the right button there, see my cursor allows me to bring it all the way back to the square root, and I press minus, and it equals, and then I press SD, and I get the answer minus 1.56. And again, that would be to 2 decimal places. Okay? Can you go and fill in your reflection for me now, please?